What up, American people? Welcome to the Damian Turner podcast, and I go by the name of Damian Turner. Today, I'm gonna be hitting on politics because there's a lot of fishy things going on in our politics with these text messages that these Republicans were sending to the Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows, trying to give him ideas on how to overthrow the government, trying to give him ideas on how to keep Trump in power when he lost fair and square. Now, as a black man, as an African American, if I did that, if I sent a text message saying anything about overthrowing the government, they're going to come lock me up. So I want to ask this question. What are consequences that for these Congress people, man? Where's the consequence at for these people sending text messages to Mark Meadows on how Donald Trump can stay in office after he lost a fair and secure election? I just want to know, where's the consequences? American people, we can't keep going for this because as we seen with January 6th, a lot of people didn't think it was going to go that far. A lot of people didn't think that it was going to cause death. A lot of people didn't think that they was going to cause officers to get hurt. But it happened. Because all them months leading up to January 6th, we seen Trump and what was going on. So we have to be aware of the fact that we got people that's in our Congress right now that literally wanted to break the law. Lawmakers that wanted to break the law. What hypocrisy, America. What hypocrisy. Lawmakers that willfully wanted to break the law for Donald Trump to stay in power after he lost fair and square. I wonder if this was anybody else, they'd be in handcuffs in jail already. DOJ, where you at? Because that should be under the category of terroristic threats or something, man. Something, man. But these people that was doing that is about to have power in our government. American people, we can't stand for that, man. We can't stand for that. I'm going to jump to the subject about Brittany Griner. Another thing, you got right-wingers criticizing the release of Brittany Griner. But when the other man got released a couple months ago and Brittany Griner and Welling didn't get released, I didn't hear nobody complaining about that. But because Brittany Griner is a black woman and she queer, y'all got a problem with it. Republican Party, man, y'all got to stop this. Y'all got to stop insulting the American people's intelligence. Y'all got to stop doing hypocritical things, thinking we ain't going to catch on to what you doing, man. And Republican voters, y'all got to step up, man, and quit being hoodwinked and bamboozled so much, man. Because I always ask myself this question. Why do poor and middle-class people vote Republican? I never understood that. I understand why rich and powerful people vote Republican. But I never understood why middle-class and poor white people vote Republican. I never understood that. But I see. Because Republicans know that they ain't got no good policies for poor and middle class people. So they policies is for the rich. But the way they get the poor and middle class people to vote for them is fear mongering and manufactured crisis, culture wars. See, the like you always hear rich people say, "Well, I like their policies." Right? See, that's about money because rich people know that the Republicans gonna make sure they get richer. But the way they get the poor and middle class votes is they lie to y'all outright. They just lie to y'all. They start making stuff up. Telling y'all things about what's one of the things they made up? What was that one called? Talk about Dr. Seuss and the Eminem. Like seriously, y'all. If you a voter in this country and your party is talking about Dr. Seuss and M&M's, that should make you real mad that they ain't talking about your health care or trying to make your life better. Nah. And then when it comes to the things that make your life better, these same people want to take them away from you. Everybody know that Republicans, well, I'm going to say a lot of Republicans, want to cut Social Security and Medicare. Because for some reason, Republicans don't like for poor and middle class people who really need the help to get free money, but they love giving free money to people that don't need the money. Can anybody answer that question for me? Can anybody tell me why that is? So we have to understand, as poor and middle class people, we really got to dig deep down to understand who really for us and who really against us. Because it's almost seem as though that a lot of the Republican politicians would rather pit the American people one against another than to get voted out. Like, let's just keep it real, man. Like, I remember during the midterms, they had all these polls out and they were saying that crime and inflation was at the top of the voters, on the voters' mind. And then they were saying something about this percentage of people think the country is going in the wrong direction. And then after the election happened, this is what y'all need to understand, Republicans. Just because Democrats was in power, when they was talking about the country going in the wrong direction, we was talking about y'all. We was talking about what y'all be doing. We was talking about what y'all rhetoric causes. Let me run this down to y'all real fast. Because we always get into this two thing, or where every time somebody say something about the Republicans, they almost seem like they got to say something about the Democrats too. And we got to get out of that two sides thing, man. Because the Republican Party is all the way out of line, man. Because let's be technical. It wasn't the Democrats that tried to overthrow the government. It wasn't Democrat politicians saying things that caused somebody to run up in a Walmart in a majority Mexican city and try to kill a bunch of Mexicans. It wasn't the Democratic Party that had rhetoric about the same thing, border issues, that caused a man to run up in a synagogue in Pennsylvania and start killing people. It wasn't the Democrats that had a man making pipe bombs and was sending them through the mail to anybody that didn't like Trump. Like, just think about this stuff. It wasn't the Democrats that downplayed the pandemic that caused way more deaths than it had to be. Like, the Republican, like what the Republicans is doing, or what some of their politicians, a lot of their politicians is doing, is literally causing death. And we act like, you know how they say, well, they ain't do it themselves, so you really can't blame. No, you can blame it on them. When you hear Donald Trump say things like he's threatening the DOJ with his supporters, right? He know what he doing. They know what they doing. I heard Kari Lake down there in Arizona say on TV and say, people need to go get arrested. You go get arrested. I ain't seeing you get arrested. Like, you really literally telling your supporters to go get arrested because you lost a fair and square election. American people, we got to pay attention to these things, man. And when they was like, crime was on people's mind, we see the Republican Party as a crime syndicate almost. It's almost like they're the mafia. Like, you hear about, like, when you be dealing with the Republican Party and Donald Trump does things, like, you be hearing about people messing with the witnesses. You be hearing Donald Trump talking about people snitching. Like, it's almost like we watching The Sopranos, man. When we watching the Republican Party. Like, they all lock and step. They all got this thing where they say, like this man Donald Trump just tried to overthrow the government. And if you ask a Republican if he get nominated for the presidency, is you gonna vote for him? And they all still say yeah. You be sitting there looking like, what? Like, you literally let this man get back in office? For real. Y'all acting like this, like the Republican Party a gang, like it's blood in, blood out or something. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, we got to get out of it. Like we got to come up out of this thing, man. And then what everybody try to do is, as all these things that didn't happen, that the Republican rhetoric then caused all these deaths, and their actions then caused all these deaths, right? And then what they try to do is they try to do this two sides thing, and they try to point at what happened to Steve Scalise years ago at the baseball game. One incident. And if you really want to keep it real with me, man, let me tell you the difference between left-wing extremists and a right-wing extremist. See, a left-wing extremist, all he want to do is give stuff away to people. He just want to give people a lot of free stuff. But a right-wing extremist, he want black people in slavery. He got bad things to say about the Jews. Like, seriously, y'all? A right-wing extremist is literally death. People really kill people. When you get a extreme Democrat is somebody that want universal health care. Like, let's just keep it real. Like, it ain't no comparison between these two sides, man. It ain't no comparison. We gotta quit this two sides thing, acting like it's a like acting like you when you say something bad about the Republicans, you gotta say something bad about no, young. That's outdated, man. The Republican Party has literally went down. And yeah, it's some good Republicans. But your party has been hijacked to the point that all the good Republicans need to come out of there and get rid of all and like if you're a good Republican, y'all literally need to come up out of the Republican Party and start your own party and just do away. But y'all so fixated on power that you rather take all these risks just for you to stay in power. You rather turn your back on your country so you to stay in power. But I'm trying to figure out, this is what I don't understand, right? How you going to enjoy Republican policies if it's not a democracy? Can somebody answer that question for me? If we ain't got a democracy, how you going to enjoy Republican policies? Like January 6th, we came this close to a constitutional crisis, man. We came this close from people finding Nancy Pelosi or the vice president. Oh man, don't let me get on the vice president, y'all. I never seen such cowardice in my life. Like, I never seen such cowardice in my life, man. Like, Donald Trump literally put you and your family in danger. His followers wanted to hang you from a gallows. And all you could do is occasionally say something negative about Trump. But you mean to tell me you don't want to go testify? You don't want to go testify in court about what this man did to you? And then you gonna say some separation of powers type? I seen the interview. Like, is you serious, man? The cowardice. The same with, what's his name? Ted Cruz. This man literally disrespected your father, the person that helped give birth to you, and your wife, the person that you said you was gonna be with through anything. And now you like the biggest Trump supporter. Seriously, man? So you telling me politics mean more to you than your own wife and your father, brother? Is that what you telling me, Mike Pence? Is that what you telling me? That the Republican Party means more than you than your own family? American people, why would we vote for these people? People down in Texas, why would y'all even vote for Ted Cruz? After Trump punked him, why would y'all vote for a punk? Let's just keep it real, man. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. Ted Cruz, I apologize to you for calling you a punk. No, bump that. It's true. We seen the tape. We seen the tape, Ted. What Trump used to call you, lying Ted? Wow, this is ridiculous, but I ain't never seen nothing like this. And Lindsey Graham, like, what has, like, do Trump got something on y'all? Because we know that's how Trump move, man. Because when the Russians hacked into the DNC, they also hacked into the RNC too. But we never seen nothing come out about the RNC. Is that the reason why Trump got his finger wrapped around y'all throat like that, man? Is that the reason why? Wow, man. I'm just saying, y'all, we gotta come up out of this, man. Like we like when they say majority of the country think the country going in a bad way, it's because of the Republicans. Y'all the ones turning the American people against each other. And I'm an independent. So I stand in the middle and I see and I weigh what's going on, man. We gotta survive this, American people. And the only way we're gonna survive is by voting these people out of office, but also putting pressure on our DOJ to hold people accountable, man. Because them text messages, man, if you send a text message to Mark Meadows, you shouldn't be able, if you sent one of them text messages to Mark Meadows, you shouldn't be able to be in our Congress. In no way, shape, or form. Because let's keep it real. It never was no evidence that the election was rigged. And when you a grown, mature man, you know what evidence is. But if you get to saying things and you have no evidence of what you're saying, then that makes you a liar. Point blank, man. Point blank. Point blank, man. We all should be happy for Brittany Griner for coming out of captivity. They locked her up over something that in America you just get a fine for, and they gave her 9 years, almost 10 years for it. So basically, we know Putin was just trying to be funny, man. You know, he mad because the American people, the American government is providing Russia with weapons, and they whooping Russia ass right now. They whooping Russia ass right now. And then you know what I heard one of these Russians say, like, yeah, let me speak on that. I heard one of these Russians say that they can't beat NATO in a conventional, so they would have to go nuclear. So basically, what he's saying is that we rather kill the whole world than to lose a conventional war against NATO. Is this what you saying, brother? Like, you need consensus from all your people for that, right? If you're gonna be trying to drop nuclear weapons and cause a nuclear war, then I think your people need to be on board about that, man. I think y'all should vote on that in your country. Is we ready to end the whole world because we can't win a simple war? Because all we had to do was stay in our country, which is Russia. We didn't have to invade another country. Russia is the biggest country on the planet, I think, man. You know, like you know, I just heard that just kind of discouraged me when I heard him say that. Like he was like, the only way you can't, ain't nobody gonna win nuclear, man. Who gonna win nuclear? They gonna drop bombs on you, you gonna drop bombs on them, and everybody gonna be gone. We don't need that, Russia. Y'all need to just lick y'all wounds, admit to y'all people y'all made a mistake, and get up out of Ukraine and go back to living the way y'all was living before y'all invaded Ukraine. Or even, make turn your country into a democracy, man. That's better for the people anyway, man. That's better for the people. Innovate, man. In technology and new things. Quit all like it's 2022, man. Like, why is government still invading other governments? Like, really, really. Like, come on, Putin. But, back to domestic issues. We got a real problem with this Republican Party, man. And it seems like right now they trying to get rid of Trump. That's what it seems like. But it's gonna be hard for them to get rid of Trump and not lose the voters Trump brings. So y'all gonna have to really just cut Trump and all the voters off. Send all the white supremacists and Nazis back into wherever they came from, man. And y'all try to change our policies so y'all can get more voters, man. I ain't like if people ain't vote for you, then you need to do something to make them vote for you. Don't lie to them. Don't try to change them. Change you, Republicans. Change you. And then more people will vote for y'all. And the thing about it is y'all really almost had the chance. Y'all had a chance to get a lot of black voters, man. Y'all had a chance. Y'all and Trump had a chance because everybody used to, like, when Trump was running for president, man, like, a lot of people was messing with Trump from all different races, man. And y'all squandered all that. Because y'all got more stream in the stream. To the point, you tried to overthrow the government, man. Who does that? But with this podcast that I'm starting right here, I'm gonna be talking about a variety of issues, man. When I see something and then it curiouses my mind, then I'm gonna come on here and spit what I gotta say. And then, pretty soon, after I get my likes and the subscribers up, I'm gonna start going live, and we're gonna be able to have these open conversations. And I want to have conversations with Republicans too, man. I don't want to just have conversations with Democrats or independents. I want to have conversations with people that disagree with me too. Because I really would like to know why, if you poor middle class, why you vote Republican. I really would like to know the answer for that. I really would like to know the answer to that. And that, therefore, like, subscribe, hit that bell. Come mess with your boy, man. Come mess with your boy, man. I'm a little green with this. I'm just starting it. So I might be a little off script or whatever y'all say. But it's going to get all the way right, y'all. Once again, like, subscribe, hit that bell, and peace.